Guys, I did it. I finally did it. I got the little portable tripod, and if you could see this setup right now in my room, it slaps. It's a good, I mean, it's a little weird still, but I have a freaking tripod. That's not really a tripod, it's just like a stand. But, like, shooting. Okay, I'm gonna shut my door. I'm washing blankets right now, and it's probably gonna be a little noisy, so I'm just gonna close that. Yeah, so I edited a video, which, I don't even know, like, this is so out of time, like, by the time you see this, like, you'll be like, yeah, we saw that, it wasn't that great, you just put words on a screen, but I learned, and that's what's most important here, is learning. This is a learning process, that's why it's called the process, because I'm learning, excuse me. Whew. All right. So I don't think I've done this yet, and if I did, then I'm very sorry. I'm gonna try something. Hold on, guys. Whoop. Oh, frick. There we go. I think this is better. Except now my microphone is weird. You know what? It's fine. Frankly, I don't need a microphone. I just like it because it makes me feel cool. Okay. Anyways, I'm gonna do the one that I tried to do from memory on my first recording and couldn't do from memory for whatever reason. My Dear Love. Also titled Song of Songless. Fun fact. Alright. You guys ready? I'm ready. Let's do this. My dear love, I love to dance with you in the sunlight and to paint pictures on the fogged up windows of Jesus and my parents and Aslan and, I mean, whatever my heart held dear at that moment. See, all I ever wanted from life was the sweetness of love. Sometimes when you're trying to speak, I don't know if it's like in particular when you're trying to speak poetry, but the words, they just like, they have to like bounce out of your mouth sometimes, and sometimes your tongue is like, I'm tired and I don't want to do these gymnastics. I didn't sign up for this, I'm a tongue. So it gets tongue-tied. That's my synopsis. I'm gonna start over. My dear love, I love to dance with you in the sunlight and to paint pictures on the fogged up windows of Jesus and my parents and Aslan and, I mean, whatever my heart held dear at that moment. All I ever wanted from life was the sweetness of love's light, but this light's love was faded and torn with a sin-sick existence that follows me down miles, miles, miles of living road. Even walking the streets of a drier downtown miles away from the cold, a shiver shakes my steps so boldly. It seems to have hopped on the plane with me just to haunt my existence. And so, my dear love, or should I call you what you are in my mind, my dear lust. One of my cataclysmic explosions that lied to my face for years and stole my voice, well, now I swear, may the rocks beneath the soles of my feet cry out if my soul refrains from speaking again. And my dear love, you have become something selfish in our hearts. What breaks us apart instead of binds us together? We love ourselves too deeply and no one else at all. And my dear love, you've been tainted with a counterfeit. We have idolized to satisfy, from porn to pain, from attention to distraction, what humanity has depravity destroyed. And my dear love, are you love any longer when the computer screen lingers just a little wander, and when we are left with isolation to feed our hunger and our hearts no longer sit right side up as we sacrifice our spouses and our children and our parents and our God for less, on the altar of our selfishness. We are all guilty here of loving less. And my dear love, I thought you were birthed from my own heart, but I hear the voice of God come in his thundering whisper to hush my own mind's mark. My dear love. He says, my dear love. Don't you know you were mine before you ever considered me yours? Don't you realize my light is enough to end your war? Don't you see that my purchase has made you so much more? Don't you believe that I could change the depths of your existence? Well, believe me, child, I will love you regardless. I will love you regardless. I will love you regardless. I don't care how you might protest. I died for you years ago when you still loved to be in the grip of darkness. I loved you regardless. I loved you regardless. I love you regardless. My love for you is not a fickle emotion that crests and flattens like a simple wave of the sea. No, it's as deep as the ocean, but as steady as the mountains. It's as strong as the current to change your intentions. It's as healing as a salve put on wounds to cure infections. My dear love, my love's not like yours. Static or erratic, it never trembles when the world is in panic. Its justice thirsts for mercy until mercy is bled dry, and it will never move from you once you have been made mine. It's jealous for your devotion, for I am the only one who can hold it, and it's zealous for your freedom, for I have bought that with my blood. It's already sought out your redemption as I have claimed you from the mud. Your love, my love, won't be broken forever. Your love, my love, can be made right by my cross. My friends, isn't that it? Love has the costliest cost. This started when I went to Arizona for the first time. I had been doing really good with my own personal struggle and battle with porn. I had a lot of victories, but like it was crazy because even like I'm miles away from Washington, but even in Arizona, I felt like that shame and guilt and condemnation and defeat grip me. I didn't really know I struggled with depression until that trip. But God just reached in and he met me there. And it's so crazy how we're really hard on ourselves for the things we go through and the things we struggle with, but God looks at us and he's like, yeah, I know it's hard. I know that it makes you feel half alive. I know that it's lying to you. I know. I love you. I have a better way. I have the most abundant, fulfilling life possible. I'll teach you. Like, I'll show you. And he does. He cries out over us and he's like, my dear love, come with me. I've made the way. Takes a lot of faith to believe that, though. I get it. shout out to Bethany. Yeah. I'd say Bethany and Rachel for sure. Like during Bible college, thanks for calling me out and calling me up, you know? And I appreciate you guys. All right. That's all for today. Man, I've said a lot of poems for my first album already. If you haven't, shameless plug, I do have an album on Spotify. You can check it out. It's free to download off a CD Baby too. It's called Yours Truly, Anastasis. It's like smushed in with another band. I need to figure out how to fix that. Little over my head right now, but I'll get there eventually. I'm not stressing about it. Yeah, have a good day. Have a good day. I was watching a video, a TED Talk, from Lacey Sturm, and I guess I just want to leave off with this thought. She was talking about love, and she said something really, I don't know, kind of revolutionary to me. That love honors your freedom. Like, how powerful is that? God lets us run like the prodigal son, even though he loves us, because he honors our freedom to choose. And she was telling a story about someone in her own life, how he honored her freedom to run, even though he loved her as a brother. And she knew that he loved her because he was still praying for her, he was still involved, he didn't abandon her, but he honored her freedom. And her challenge was like in loving one another, let's honor one another's freedom. Even though that hurts sometimes, a lot of times. But also love yourself enough to honor your own freedom. Like, brothers and sisters, my fellow believers out there, you are free. And I know it does not feel like that sometimes, a lot of times. I get that. But Jesus has set you free, and he loves you, and he's given you the capacity to love yourself in that you can honor your own freedom. And when you discover what that means, like, pretty cool, pretty life-changing. I'm still discovering it, but yeah. Jesus loves you. He really does. Okay, bye. Bye.